Welcome back to the very, very late night show. I am a host. I am your host, Marcus. A host. I'm your host, Marcus. I'm here with my brother Marcus Hill,
with y'all?
the GOAT. Just here with y'all to chop it up with y'all, bro. I'm calling this little chit chats. These little chit chats we have. What you on? Cause I'm really just like a check in. We talking about little different topics here and there, and we gonna get started today, bro. Today I kind of want to talk about like the transition, like the different phases you've gone through in life. Specifically talking about going from like high school to college, and then after college, we're like that adult phase really kicked in for a lot of people. I know it kicked in for me. So like it get real out there. So kind of wanted to talk about that, and then also we're gonna get into like a little bit about relationships, more so like friendships, like how that can change going from school to real adult life. Cause you ain't in the dorm room with your friends. You at your house, at your apartment, probably with your parents. You can't hang out like you used to. You can't move the same. So
I feel it.
Yeah. So that's what I want to talk about today. Right now we are on location in the classic city.
What's that? On location.
On location.
Yeah, in the hide. That's what.
They're gonna hide part two,
bro.
That's
the true legend.
the true legend, bro. But yeah, bro. I know your experience was different because you went straight into school. I think you was talking about it earlier, like going straight from not undergraduate, but another curriculum, another educational program from another, especially undergrad, it's almost like you segue in a little bit more and you got to be more independent, but it's not like you fully out there in the world on your own.
Well, I wouldn't say that per se, because I will say, like, just like how you hitting on post-graduation, you really are in life. Yeah. But I can say, depending on your background and, things that you're undergoing while you're in undergrad, it feel like you're in real life then. And I think a big portion of it is still just like your mentality. I will admit that being in like a undergraduate space, or at least a collegiate space, you are provided with so many safety nets to protect you. Yeah. Because like, let's be real about it. At least for our experience, like our institution, where we have, healthcare facilities, we have like mental health facilities, we have exercise, we're basically our own little city. We're a bubble. We have everything that you need right here. And at the same time, it makes it easy for you to experience life, because let's be real. A lot of times, for a lot of people who are like 18, 19, it's their first chance just being out into the world on their own, having to make decisions about themselves. And let's be realistic, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to experiment, try different things. But this is a place where it's like, no matter how bad your mistake, well, I ain't gonna say how bad, because sometimes y'all wild. But a lot of the common mistakes that people make when they, just trying to find themselves, they have a lot of safety nets here to protect you, to get you back on track when things go wrong. Like, let's say you have a bad romantic experience or whatever. We have like healthcare professionals and like
mental health,
exactly, people you can talk to. But in the real world, you gotta search out these resources for yourself. You have to really be in charge of making sure that you get everything you need. Now, granted, just because
you a lot more initiative.
For sure. Yeah. And just because you in college don't necessarily mean that all the resources that are available, you either aware of them or you even know how to take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
so, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I became more versed in all the resources we have opposed to me becoming like a graduate student, because when I took on more positions like being a TA and stuff like that, I had to become versed in this type of stuff so that way I can help any student that I can come across that may be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, struggling in any aspect.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's like, it's one thing to go to a D1 public institution that has a lot of resources, and it's another thing to like be aware of them and actually be able to use them when you need to. So that's like major key. And then you said something about mistakes. Like, there are some people who made mistakes that are in our class. Like, I don't know if you remember what's that? Yit Yak?
I was like, don't be dropping names.
Yeah, I ain't gonna drop the names, but buddy, he did something on Yit Yak to where he wasn't at school no more. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I already know.
Yeah, so people make mistakes, bro.
And like, buddy was wild, man.
Yeah, he was. Well, so it's like people make mistakes and they may not be on that journey.
Hey man, free that man. Leave that man where he at. Leave that man where he at.
But I don't know what's going on with that, but that was a crazy story when you heard it too. Like, but I don't know how it was like really blown up, like beyond that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo, just chilling.
I think my mom maybe called me about that.
Bro. I ain't never really been plugged in social media like that. So
yeah, but it was more than that, because it was like they had to put out a statement about it.
Yeah, they did. But I'm just saying, like, I wasn't really too versed in all that. Y'all had to put me on.
Yeah, that Yit Yak was crazy, bro.
Nah,
you think Twitter bad? Yit Yak was bad.
Yit Yak was the Wild West. Everything. Man.
Everybody knew it. Can't nobody tell who I am, bro. I'm gonna say whatever.
People got too much confidence behind the keyboard.
Yeah, that was Twitter fingers before Twitter fingers was. Yeah, that's why Twitter is. I think it is what it is now. But we getting off topic. I wanted to talk about our quote of the day, and it kind of relate that to what we're talking about now. Quote of the day is from Uncle Iroh. If you don't know, he's like the Dragon of the West, one of the OGG, one of the best cartoons that ever come out. He has this quote where it's like, understanding others will help you understand yourself. And for me, in that application, I immediately thought about, it's like why I came to UGA is like to understand others and to not be in a similar like dynamic as far as like race and social economic status of people that I was before. Like in Jonesboro, Riverdale, you know exactly what you're gonna get when you at school. You count the minorities are the majority. You know what I'm saying? The majority is the minority at that school. So if you can count the white people on your hand, and then you come here and it's like you feel like a minority for real. Like you gotta find your friends. Like the representation is different. So can you? Well, I know it did something for me trying to understand different people. But what about you?
I mean, once again, similar background. I came from Macon, so that was
big
predominantly black. You know what I'm saying? My whole experience, especially the side of town I grew up on, predominantly black.
What side is that?
East side.
Oh.
See, why you want to do that? Why you want to do that, bro?
You gotta rep, bro. You gotta let them folks know where you're from.
But it's love for the whole city. Don't even get it twisted. So, but yeah, so the side I grew up on and everything, definitely predominantly black people. So that's been my experience. That's all I'm accustomed to. So in a similar vein, I did come to UGA because I did want to be exposed to different cultures and different backgrounds and so on and so forth.
Right. But
when I listen to the Uncle Iroh quote, for me it's more on a micro level than even like that macro scale of like, okay, we focusing on different cultures. I'm just thinking about just your lifestyle, like, you know what I mean? Just the things that you encounter on a day to day and your personal relationships, you know what I'm saying? The things that you got going on. Because I don't know, to me, I'm a real big person on that. Like that's why like I was telling you before, a lot of people actually hate chit chat. You know what I mean? You just sit next to somebody, let's say you at like a
how's the weather, huh?
Some water cooler talk.
After's in the spring, huh? You don't know what to wear, huh?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't the type of person to really just pop it out to random people all the time. Yeah. But when people do initiate like conversation with me and stuff, I actually enjoy it because you'll be surprised. Like just listen to everybody, because everybody you encounter have a unique story. Everybody has some people that they care about. It's people that care about this person. They have hopes and dreams. Just being able to really listen to their stories and the things that they're going through, you can learn something from anybody. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's one of the things that that's why I just kind of really love just talking to any and everybody, just to really get a feel for them and get a feel for what's life like for you. And just like what Uncle was saying, is like the more people I get to talk to, it puts a lot of things in life in perspective for me. Because you know sometimes you just only focus on your own life and your own problem, and you so close to it that when you hear somebody else's problem, it makes you take a step back and like, dang, I never even had to encounter this, or vice versa. Like some of the things that I don't have to experience and go through, other people haven't even thought about this being a reality. You know what I'm saying? Especially in terms of like race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what you're saying is true. You basically saying that like, yeah, you have to. You may take a step back, but I think you said this to me. You was like, you only take a step back. The only person who's going to take a step back is somebody who's already open to it. Like, if they're open to actually listening and then internalizing and processing, they're going to take a step back. Some people, they're just going to dismiss it. And like, okay, your truth and reality. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between your truth and the reality of the situation. And that's kind of hard. Everybody is in their own little spaces and realities. So
yeah, because I mean that's a big thing. Because a lot of times we always talk about like, oh, well, we have to expose people to this or expose people to that, and exposure is dope. It's amazing. Yeah. But at the same time, you already got to be open. You already got to have that inkling that I want to listen to whatever is going to be before me. I want to kind of see it from a different perspective. Because I can expose you to different groups of people in X, Y, and Z, and you can walk out having the same mentality you did when you came in the door. Because you was already closed out to it. You were, like you said, you was rigid. You was saying your ways.
My bad, but like, did you feel like, did you mentor anybody who was like that, or were they
who was kind of rigid in their ways?
Yeah. Like even at a young age, like you get an opportunity in Athens, like mentor to like the kids in the community and stuff, and it's a good way to give back. I wish I would have done it, but I know you did. I don't know if you did.
I mentored a lot, honestly, cause all right. So this is how I look at it. When I was an undergrad, I mentored a middle schooler, and then being in graduate school, I ended up mentoring an elementary school kid. And then even besides just kids per se, like I also was real big on mentoring people that's also in college with me, just trying to put them on game. And I will say, like, because the thing is, mentorship is a real, like, special thing to my heart, you know what I mean? Just simply because in coming up in the environment that I was, I seen so many people like me that end up in terrible situations, and vice versa. I just seen how I could have also ended up in terrible situations because you need guidance. You need people that's a little bit older than you, putting you on game. You need, you know what I mean? You need people that's talking to you and really showing you a different way. But if you don't have that, it's so easy for you to go by the wayside. And that's why it's like a lot of times, like and that's one thing that's special to me is like, when I look at other people, I don't never think of myself as better than anybody or that, oh, I was smart and I made this choice, I made a decision. Because at the end of the day, if we gonna keep it real, you only one good or bad decision away from that person. And what I mean by that is just like,
ain't no explaining for that. That's what it is.
I don't know. Some people need you to break it down.
Oh, really?
Some people need you to talk to like 5-year-olds.
Yeah, it's simple. I just feel like I related to like being at school, and let's just say you literally, if somebody pushed you or stepped in your shoes that day, you can go to jail that day. Like if the SRO not feeling like up to like dealing with it and talking you down, de-escalating, you can go to jail that day. Or if you like
that clink clink.
Yeah, that clink clink clink. And let's say you got the assistant principal and it's like, hey, no, he a good kid, but he not there that day. Mm-hmm. That decision can change everything. And then you just shut down. It's like, man, everybody, I've been a good kid this whole time. I get into one fight. Nah, my whole life messed up, and you just shut down.
And that's the thing about it. Like I always tell people, life is about choices and making good ones and bad ones. Yeah. But it's the part that frustrates me with a lot of people is people don't have empathy, and that's what bothers me. Because people don't understand like what motivates this person to make a bad decision. Now it's not me excusing any bad decision because I'm not sympathizing with like, you know what I mean. Like if you did some messed up stuff, then it is what it is. You got to face justice for it. However, being where I'm from is just like these are my people. These are people that look like me, that talk like me, that came from the same exact, you know what I mean, circumstances. It's just, I was just fortunate enough to have things go in a better life for me. And it's not because I'm just super special or I'm X, Y, and Z. It's just, things were aligned for me to make better choices. And so I'm not, like I said, not excusing anybody or anything like that, but it just breaks my heart because when I go back and look at a lot of people that I was cool with, a lot of them are dead, a lot of them in jail, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? The stereotypical stuff that you hear about, but it still hurt. It hurts to actually have to live that.
Yeah, every time I see somebody like from high school, like I don't even know that many people in high school. I had a lot of acquaintances. You see what I'm saying? And I just saw people. You see the same people every day. But like, I don't think I can count on my hands anymore how people are gone, like prematurely, like haven't made it to 30. Like people who are a little bit older than me and a little bit younger. Like some people it's just like random stuff, like car crash or whatever. But some people it's just like violence in your own community. That it's just like, bro, like it's crazy to think that could have been me. And that's what happened when you watch the news. You're like, damn, that could have been me too.
Exactly, bro. Like, now what gets me is the fact that majority of people I know gone from gun violence. Just
that's what most of it is. Yeah.
And it's like I only know maybe I take back 3 girls, 3 different women who ended up dying from just like, you know what I mean, they had illnesses and stuff going on. Everybody else, gun violence. And it was always over some dumb stuff. Always over some dumb stuff, bro.
And that's all about choices too, bro.
But, yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, it's just about, it's a little bit of intuition. Like my dad told me, anytime they was about to go do some stuff or whatever, sometimes he just get a feeling like, nah, I don't want to be there at that moment. I'm going to just go back home. Sometimes not everybody has intuition. Sometimes you have to be the wise enough person to follow the person with intuition.
I mean, like you told me a long time ago, wisdom ain't necessarily about just accruing knowledge. Wisdom is being able to hear something and apply it to it, you know what I mean? And being able to learn from other people's experiences, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what was big on me. And that's one thing that's like why I feel like mentorship is so like huge and important is because a lot of times young dudes just need to see a positive figure. Because let's be real, when growing up in the school system I was in, majority of the teachers are black women. And so, you know what I mean, they be taking on some hard roles and they be having to handle some deep situations. And a few men that I did see
without much support, by the way.
Or
the teachers, they ain't got enough support to
not at all.
Like you, a mom, a dad, an educator, all the authority figures, they mix in one, and you only get paid so much.
And then on top of it, that's why it's like my heart goes out to them for like during this whole little pandemic situation while we was quarantined, because they at home still got to teach your kids. They got to sit here and basically watch their kids and still educate their kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just so much going on. Like that's why educators are such a pivotal part of our community, but they so disrespected. And it blows my mind. I'm like, these people see your kids more than you see your kids. And yet still, like, you
don't believe them when they say, look, John was smacking people.
But on the like inverse of it though, sometimes someone be wilding, because I mean
the teachers. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm seeing it. Just you never really know, but it's just like you hurt to see the person who's being genuine and like who actually cares. Like I've seen teachers who care and like they literally
get jaded by the system.
They get jaded by it. It's like I don't want to do this anymore. Like my gifted teacher cried multiple times. Like then she left. It's like when you know you in like a low income district and that teacher can go somewhere else and make more money, which all of them did. Like half of the teachers in my high school went to APS, and like that's like forget this. Like they get disrespected. They ain't making no money.
Sure, half the time, and then other half of the time they just give it up and go find another like passion or something to pursue. Because I mean, it's a tough job, bro.
It is for sure. How do we get to talk about education?
We start talking about mentorship.
That's true. So mentorship is a real positive relationship that you can have with somebody. Like, and it's real important to take it on. I wish I would have done more because I've been mentored by a ton of people. So it definitely can impact you, especially it is like the more time you spend with that person, the more they rub off on you too.
Exactly.
It's like that's why I look up to the people who mentor me. So because it's like, of course I got my dad in the picture or whatever, but it's like I got somebody else to tell me different ways to go about doing things because everybody has a limited perspective. And speaking of perspective, I think it's more so important to communicate like what you got going on and learn how to do that. I think you learn that when you transition from like college and stuff, and like you have relationships where you learn a lot. Like you can have a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and you learn about your stuff about yourself, and they tell you stuff about yourself. I've had somebody tell me about myself. I'm like, what, for real? And I didn't believe them, but it turned out to be true as time go by. I understand myself better. So it's like you learn about yourself and others in your relationships, especially romantic ones. Like,
see, mentorship, like I say, it's special to my heart, but it's also a difficult thing because, like I say, I don't mentor children, and I mentor like people that's close to me in age.
Yeah.
And one thing I will say is just like at first I used to be the type of person where it's like you say, because I recognize that a lot of times you're not exposed to different things or you're just not even aware of different stuff, that I just try to throw all the game I got out there to you.
Yeah,
like, for example,
too much, bro.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, bro, I just wanted some type of direction. Like I want to know like how do you navigate like different social environments? Like how do you, because one of the biggest things that I learned like leaving high school, like by the end of high school and trying to embark on college, one of the biggest things I just learned was just really you just have to lock into being you. You don't have to worry about like who around you, what's going on. Like if you do you and do the things that matter
People
to you,
gonna come to you.
the right people are going like me. Because everybody that gonna encounter you ain't gonna necessarily rock with you. Everybody ain't gonna try to be your friend. But it's cool though, because the people that do actually stick around you and really want to be in your vicinity, those are the people that actually care about you. It means something. And it's just like, and kids here to stay whole, like just be yourself, just love yourself, X, Y, and Z. But what does that even mean? Like you gotta chop it down to it.
Yeah. That's hard. It's difficult. I feel like as a teenager, you feel like you know a lot, but you don't really know a lot. Like you just got these feelings. I feel like as a teenager, you got a lot of feelings and emotions going on, and you don't know what it all really means. And you come to school and you may give you some more context because you may meet people that think a little bit like you and some that think differently. So they like understanding them may help you understand yourself, but it's kind of difficult like understanding like your passions and like what you want to pursue. At least for a lot of people. Some people come out of high school and they know what they want to do.
I got you.
Yeah.
See, and what I want to take that though is just like, because I understand those are such a crucial and critical like lesson that helped me and allowed me to grow into the man I am. I be so ready to give it to people. I be so ready to give people all the gems. You know what I mean? I just be wanting to throw it on the table for people. But really, this Jay-Z quote, I'm gonna get the song wrong and everything, but it was just like the game is to be sold, not told.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to really just feel that quote and just really like rock with it. And it's because that's part of the reason why I'm real selective on who I mentor now. Because like I said, as kids, I give them leeway because you know what I mean, they're children. They may not necessarily show you gratitude and appreciation for everything that you're kicking out on right now, but over time it may happen. Just like how you were saying, people told you stuff. But like a collegiate level, especially because I'm a black dude in tech, like because I'm getting my PhD in computer science right now. So as a result, it's not that many people that look like me, just point blank period. And they're just off the rip. So as soon as I see other people that look similar to me, I'm already trying to be in their ear and just encourage them and be like, yo, don't give up. Just keep trying to do X, Y, and Z. You need to explore side projects. Try this out. And my eagerness to want to see them also grow and be in the same position I am. Because like, I'll be real with you, I didn't even really consider grad school. Like that's a whole topic within itself. I didn't even really consider grad school until like maybe junior year, like end of my junior year. And after being on the other side, I kind of understand like how that's a little late, especially in like the things that I was doing to a degree. And the reason, I mean, I can chop that up.
Because
but let me finish it real quick. So one of the things that I was just saying is just like, as a mentor, you also got to recognize everybody isn't ready or worth the game that you're trying to kick to them. You know what I mean? Like they also got to demonstrate that they want it, that they're hungry for this message. Because
you can't teach desire. Like,
exactly, and it goes back to what you had brought up earlier about exposure. Like I can expose you to all this stuff, but if your mind and your heart ain't already open to it and willing to accept it, then it don't even matter. It's just I'm wasting my breath. And so that's how come like now. It's kind of hard, and I mean, it's not that I'm getting jaded because I'm gonna always try to mentor and love on other people because I just feel like that's what I'm supposed to do as a man. But I will admit that it's another difficulty that I didn't see to a couple years ago when I was just like readily trying to be like, let me give you this, let me teach you about these resources.
You handing out money and people are like, oh, okay, cool, but they gonna take it and keep moving. Like,
Yeah, like it's like I'm giving you money. So let's say you just start out your own creative like passion and start your own thing, but instead of you using it to build yourself up, you just spending it on some BS.
Well, you saying like wisdom is more than just like knowledge. It's you learn stuff over time. Like, okay, I have this knowledge, but me imparting on somebody is way more valuable than me just having it. But you got to be selective about it. And then you also got to be selective with the, like you're saying, like you can't mentor everybody. You got to be selective about the people you have around you. Like we were talking about, everybody's not who you think is your friend, or y'all hang out. Y'all hang out, they hang out because of proximity, and y'all are acquaintances. Like
sure.
That word, it's a long word. It might be an SAT word, but like that's one thing you learn in college. Like everybody is not your real friend. Like that person.
Fade that out in high school, bit dog.
Oh well,
that ain't.
Well, you know, I figured it out in high school, but it wasn't real until like you come to college and you literally don't see nobody if you don't have if you don't have no friends, you can literally just stay in your dorm room and like not see anybody. Like in high school, I would see these people anyway.
Still forced to.
Yeah. And it's like you said, like it comes down to that. What happened on the weekend? Like on the weekend, are these people hitting you up, or is it just like purely during the weekdays that we see each other? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. To me, a lot of like it's just kind of funny because a lot of the life lessons I figured out and kind of understood in high school, I just seen them play it out on like you say, on a grander scale in college. Like everything is a little bit more magnified now because you have a lot more freedom and a lot more choices to make.
Yeah.
But like you say, friendship or that whole like your personal relationship with people is a spectrum. Like you say, like acquaintances on this side, your real day ones, your real, you know what I'm saying, this person will ride for you is on this side. And I think one of the most valuable lessons you need to learn in life is just will people fall out on that spectrum. But that's the thing, relationships are such a beautiful and dynamic thing that it's just like everybody don't need to be on this side and everybody don't need to be on that side.
And don't expect them to be.
For sure. And it's just like you have to be comfortable where people gonna lie at. You know what I mean? And it's just more of a you have to accept, because just like I think it was a Tyler Perry quote when it was just like how some people in your life is seasoned. Because people can go from being, like, I'm talking about ride for you, they willing to have your back on no matter what.
Y'all
to
fall
be,
off.
Yeah, exactly. It not even necessarily fall off. Like, it's not even necessarily like y'all on just a bad tilt with each other. It could just be y'all just not moving in the same way. Y'all not on the same frequency no more, which is cool. But it just being able to accept that, hey, I love this person, I got love for this person, and they meant something to me at least at this given point in time, and that's all that matters. So whether you my best friend anymore or you're not my best friend anymore, it is what it is. Yeah. But one thing that you have to recognize with relationships too is just like be nurtured. Relationships are like plants, bro. Like whether it's romantic or interpersonal, you gotta nurture those.
That's a great segue. So today I want to talk about something that hit different. It's the movie I Think I Love My Wife by Chris Rock. And it hit different because basically the whole plot is about him and like him avoiding temptation and like him being in this monotonous marriage. And you know, the love is there. You know how you love somebody, but you know, dating and like marriage, somehow they're different. Like people don't view dating and marriage the same. Like, but for some people, when you get married, you're supposed to continue dating that person. And for him, it just everything was dull, and they were caught up with so much other things going on in life. So I think what you were just saying, like, I just forgot what you were just saying.
I was just talking about how, like, regardless of relationship, like, regardless of where anybody falls on the spectrum, if you want to have a healthy and
you gotta nurture it.
You gotta nurture it.
Yeah, so he had to nurture his relationship. I think you said yesterday that you want to date for life. What did you say?
Yeah, I was just saying how based on like a lot of experiences I had, because you was basically talking about like just monotony in general and like how a lot of dudes end up in that position. Yeah. And I was just saying, like, me personally, I understand exactly where he coming from and how he felt, because I was in a relationship where that type of thing happened. And it just shifted my perspective to like, now I want to date somebody for life. And what I mean by that is just like, yeah, we gonna probably get married, or yeah, we're gonna hit these huge milestones and we gonna reaffirm our commitments. But like on a day-to-day basis, I want to date you. I want to apply that same type of energy that I did when I was getting to know you. I want to have that same type of feeling for life. Like, and that's how, and I just trying to change up my perspective on, because what really mattered is spending quality time with people. Because just because you're spending time with somebody, it ain't necessarily quality time. And it took me so long to kind of like piece that together. Because when you in college, you can call your girl over and be like, oh, we're going to do homework together, or we're going to catch some TV.
Like Meg and, what's buddy name? Cuban Short. What's his name? Columbus Short. Something.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, hey, that's fine, bro. Like, they land on each other's stuff.
Exactly, bro. That junk's so cool, but the reality of it is that's just a pocket of your relationship. You know what I mean? That's just a piece of it. Because at the end of the day, you doing work. You know what I mean? Like, you're not necessarily just paying attention to your girl. And it took, and it took me being in a situation where I was with somebody who was basically on a every time I went to go out or plan a date or do X, Y, and Z, she would cancel at the last moment. She would just be like, "Nah, I'm good. We ain't gotta do all that. Why don't we just stay home and just kick it?" And so you know me, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I love being at the crib. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll go out. I have like different events and stuff I like to try. But if you comfortable being here, I'm comfortable too. So we can just lay up and just talk to each other.
Comfortable. Yeah.
But the issue is, it's just like she wouldn't express that, even though she would, because I think she was just so. What's the word to explain? She was trying so hard to come off as that chill girlfriend that don't really demand much of X, Y, and Z, which is cool. But at the same time, deep down inside, she still had desire. She still wanted to go out and do things, which is perfectly fine. And I just wish that we had a better communication to really express like the things that she wanted, so that way I could match that.
She wasn't really being honest with her. Well, she probably was being honest with herself, but she wasn't being honest with you. Like it's one thing to be honest with yourself and like tell yourself like, okay, I'm probably not as outgoing or whatever, but it's another thing to actually put that into action, like make that your reality, like live in your reality. So I think that's what she's saying. Like she wasn't communicating that, and she wasn't living in that, so it made more conflicts pop up.
And over time too, like more stuff kind of came out where I just kind of realized she had more family stuff going on that she wouldn't even like let me in on, and so as a result, she just wanted to keep this as the one part of her life that was just going well. You know what I'm saying? And so as a result, she tried to be as like hands off and make everything as great, as easy going as possible. But the reality of it still wasn't satisfying.
She was comfortable with it.
Yeah, like but it was what it was. But as a result, what ended up happening was just like, I had to learn how to accept that she's a dynamic person and she grows. Because once again, a lot of the chill stuff that we was on, because I started dating this person early on in college. So a lot of the chill stuff we was on like freshman year, like as we got older, by like junior, senior, she wanted more from that. You know what I mean? Like, because we had more opportunities. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, my freshman year and stuff, I didn't have a car, so like going on dates required me like having to call up other homeboys and other friends like, "Hey, bro, you mind being a chauffeur?" and everything like that, and it just makes stuff work. So it is what it is. But like I say, she grew, I grew, and I just had to accept that. Dang, we're constantly changing. Like our goals, our dreams, things that we hoping for, they change too. So that's why it's so pivotal now to like make time for this person every single day. Like just like the same way when you're trying to date somebody, you really trying to get to know them and feel them out. Because and that's the reason why a lot of dudes fall off in terms of like dates and stuff like that. Because when you first meet a chick and you really trying to get to know her, only way you're gonna get access to her and opportunity to really show you is through the date, through the event. So it's like
the date hold weight, bro.
They really do. So that's why it's like a lot of women be like, "Well, when you were first trying to pull me, you was doing this, you was doing that, and so now that you got me, you just kind of not doing it anymore." And like you said, it is less of. It's not that you don't want to do those things, but a lot of dudes just mentally be like, "Well, I gotta do this before I already got you." And the reason being is just because dudes do these things so that way they can to show you themselves. Cause like let's be real, the process of you trying to pull a girl is like you trying to catch her attention, let her know that you charismatic, that you got a lot of stuff going on, and basically let her see your stat sheet within like a matter like a short window.
Let her see your playing card, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta let her see everything about you real quick so that way she can determine whether or not she gonna give you a chance. Because let's be realistic, from a woman's perspective, they got so much stuff going on, and it's so many things that they have to factor. Like they scared, bro. Like they really be worried. Like who is this dude that really trying to like get at me right now? And so it's like you trying to put your best foot forward so she can see that, and you trying to put her in an environment where she's comfortable and she'll give you the chance to really like have that dialogue back and forth. So it's just so much that come to it, and that's why we put so much energy and effort into that date. But we also have to recognize, like, once we do pull them and we have them to ourselves, we can talk to them about like more sensitive and intimate like topics now. But at the same time, we got to make sure that we still focusing on them, that we still giving them that same beautiful energy that we gave them in the beginning. You know what I mean?
I think the energy now is just more redirected. I'm trying to get to know you, but I'm also trying to get to know what you have going on. I think you said something about like months can go by and you can talk to somebody every day, but you may not know what they may be struggling with. They're not even comfortable with communicating with you, or is this because you haven't spent time outside of that? That's going to daily routine, like blase. Like let's spend time, let's go for a walk or whatever. Let's really talk, have a heart to heart, and then really get to the. And then like the effort has to be there. I think also like on a date, it's not let me get to know this person more. Maybe it's more so let me get to share or create a memory with this person. Like let me create another memory, because that's how you really bond. Like in any relationship, you create memories together. Like,
and when you look back on it, it's those events and those memories that actually stand out to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Because everything else is just like filler. Like, not saying that life isn't good. Like you appreciate the in between, but like
these are the one that just stand out.
They stand
out. As soon as you think of that person, you remember, oh dang, I remember we did that.
Exactly. That's why like vacations and stuff are so such a big deal because it's like right now people can't go nowhere. They can't create new and exciting memories. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So they missing that.
I mean, honestly, another thing too is just like that concept with regards to romantic relationships. Mm-hmm. I started applying that to like my family too. Like when you was a kid, you go to different like cookouts and so on and so forth. You don't really think much of it. Like sometimes you want to go because you might be seeing your favorite cousin. The other time you just like, man, I don't feel like doing this.
Oh, I'm just hungry.
Exactly. I just want to eat some cookout food.
Right.
But then other times, like now that I'm getting older and you know what I mean, I don't see my parents as much because I'm in the city. I got my own life going on. I'm doing my own thing. My siblings, they in respective cities, they got their own lives going on. So we only really do link up around like holidays or people's birthdays if we lucky that year or whatever. And as a result, it just kind of made me like matter that much more about the events that we do and the memories that we make because it's one of those hard moments as a child to really look at your parents like, dang, bro, y'all getting old on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have y'all forever. Same thing with my grandparents, because my grandparents a special place in my heart. They were there for me no matter what, and like. And just looking at them getting older, it's one of the hard things to wrap your mind around. I'm like, these the same people that was, doing everything. Like they was Superman and Superwoman when I was a kid.
Right. And then it's different. Like when you're younger and you literally and figuratively looking up, like at your grandparents, your parents, and like you see them, they look strong, like they look like superheroes. And then it's like you grow up and you looking down on them, and like in a literal sense, and just saying like, hey, okay, you can see things from a different perspective. And, like you adults and too. So you see like kind of the struggles they was talking about, and you kind of appreciate it more too. You kind of appreciate the fact that they made sacrifices. They went to work every day to make sure you had something. You know what I'm saying? So it's different, and I think I understand that perspective too, because like I've never lived with my family. Like I've never had my whole family in one place. Like, just something like not for an extended period of time. I grew up like an only child for a while, so it's like anytime I do get to go home, it's important just to spend whatever time I can. Like I'm over here making a tour, like I'm a presidential candidate, like. I'm trying to go see this person, because like that's the time I get. So it's gonna be hard.
You don't know how many more times you're gonna get to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Family is important. I feel that. But I guess that's all for today. I have no way to like formally wrap this up. How do you wrap up a talk?
Well, just be like, hey, bro, it was cool seeing you. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Cause I mean, just like with you, we talk about this all the time. Like. We went from seeing each other every day in like dorm rooms or in the dining halls, just kicking and laughing and joking with each other, to now like we only talk maybe like once a week or whatever going on. We check in on each other, and you know what I mean. So it's always good to have you come back to the city, have you come back, and I get a chance to just chop it up with you.
A long time
for real, bro. Like, but I mean, that's one of the beautiful things, and that's why, like I said earlier about nurturing your relationships. That's one of the beautiful things about what we got going on. Is just like. Yeah, we don't get to talk to each other on that same frequency. Like we don't hit each other up as much as we used to, but the love is still there. Like we always still making sure that what I'm saying, good. Make sure your family's good, checking in on everybody, and vice versa. Always, what I'm saying, kicking game to each other when we need it. Like because once again, we went from being. You remember I always told you, bro, when we first met, I didn't even know if you liked me, bro. Like,
really?
Yeah, bro. Yes, man. Because we met through a mutual female, like a homegirl. And I was just hanging out, making jokes like all we do and laughing and joking.
You was probably crazy, bro.
Bro, nah, but you was just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I didn't really know your personality or whatever. And you were just making like real sharp remarks to people. And I was like, dang, this man don't like nobody, bro. Like, dang, like, why you here, bro, if you don't like nobody? But over time, what really like made our relationship like start forming was one day you just hit me up and was like, hey bro, you wanna go hoop? So it was me, you, and the other
bro, and then he beat me up, bro. Like this man was playing football. I almost bled. Like you hit me in my lip. I was like, bro.
Hey, bro, it was just good deep. I'm just playing garbage. I'm scrapping basketball. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. I'm too tall now.
I remember that, bro. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I can come off as many different things. I feel like I'm kind of.
You definitely a cool person, but you got a blunt way of speaking to people. So when people first meet you, bro, you just say whatever, and you won't mean nothing by it. Like, and so I just like,
hey, that's a whole other topic, and you say stuff like that too. Hey, we'll talk about some of the stuff he done said on another episode.
See, my thing is, it ain't even about bluntness. It just, you know what I'm saying? I be saying what's on my heart.
It's on your heart?
I be saying what's on my heart.
You need to check your heart. Your heart and your mouth ain't got to be.
My heart is healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've been eating Cheerios every day. My heart healthy.
Right. Oh, all right. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Make sure you like. I know it's at least one gem in here for somebody. So drop a like, drop a comment, tell us what y'all think about what we were talking about. What kind of relationships have you had, lost, or the friends you may have had and lost due to whatever it may be. And then I'll see y'all next time. from you when I get home.
Never man, see the panoramic.
It's not a lamb. This a family band. I'm the cameraman and the candy man. I'm the ice cream man.
Tell him.
But I'm not Percy though. I ball like Miller, but I'm Reggie. I ain't got no filters.
See, I'm gonna hop on. You still talking about the man? Say something about Spider-Man. Like I show him all black. I guess I'm Venom, man.
Ooh, that boy toxic, boy.
Color coded nigga. Like Kim would.
Nah,
I was gonna kill it.
Nah, you was gonna kill it.
I killed yourself.